What up, World Weary team? Back at you. Welcome to episode 71. Thank you to the people watching for the first time. Hope you liked the video. Hope you go back and watch my other ones. Maybe you'll relate to some of them. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Thank you to all the people who's been with me since the beginning. I appreciate you. Thank you. You make me want to do better videos. I haven't been around for a while. Went to New York last week. It was a nice trip. Saw a lot of stuff, did a lot of stuff. It was pretty cool. But my topic came from my trip out there. I went through, so today's topic is going to be why would anybody willingly live in a cold weather state? Cold weather sucks. I did not like it at all. I went to 3 states in 4 days. I was in Colorado, Indiana, and my last place was New York. Colorado was so cold. Oh my goodness, how could anybody stay there? The weather was so bad. It was snowing so hard. Ice on the ground, all this stuff that I am not used to. I'm from Chicago. Grew up and born and raised in Chicago, but I would never willingly move back to a cold weather state in my life. After living in Vegas for 25 years and being in semi-mild weather in the wintertime, there's no way I would want to go back to 20 degrees, 15 below and stuff like that. No way. So I took this trip and I was driving in Colorado. I've never been so scared to drive in my life. I was driving on the freeway. It was pitch black at night because the sun goes down super early. So it was pitch black. Snow was coming down like crazy. Couldn't see nothing. And I was terrified. I couldn't see my hand in front of my face when I was driving. It was ridiculous. I was driving 25 miles per hour on the freeway. It was super ridiculous, and it was cold. So I don't never want to go through that again. I thought I was gonna go over the edge of the stupid railing or whatever. I was terrified driving on the freeway. And then you see the signs, watch out for avalanche, winds at 25 miles an hour. That just made me even more scared to drive. So there was that. I don't get how people can go through that every day. I was just there for one day, and I was terrified driving. I do never want to go through that again in my life. I will never drive in conditions like that again. But like I said, it was so cold. Indiana was like 15 degrees, and the wind was like whipping. It was crazy. When I got to New York, it was super cold. The wind was like hitting you in the face like a brick wall, like you was walking in a brick wall or whatever. I just don't understand how people would willingly want to do that. And when we got to New York, we tried to go out. Nobody was outside. Nobody wanted to do nothing because it's so cold. Nobody wants to do anything in the cold, even in cities like party cities, I guess you could say, like New York. Like, I enjoyed myself still, but I just don't get why people love that. So I wanted to do this topic, and I looked up pros and cons of living in cold weather states or whatever. And some of the pros were great outdoor fun, like skiing, skating, snowshoeing, whatever that is, snowmobiling. You can make snow angels. I don't care about none of that. That's not what's gonna drive me to go to live in a city where it's gonna be 20 degrees or lower for like 4 months out of the year. I'll pass on that. So I'll pass on the great outdoor fun. The next pro was no insects, which is good. I'm not a fan of insects though. Anyway, so that's a good pro. It says lower temperatures rarely attract insects because they're usually keen on hot and humid areas. That's pretty good. Burning more calories. Evidently, our bodies burn more calories when we're dealing with low temperatures because they have to work. The body has to work harder in order to keep the core temperature. In order to keep your body warm, you will burn 30% more calories than it would in a warm climate. So that's good for people trying to lose weight. But there's still fat people in cold weather cities, so that's not even a good pro in my opinion, because like I said, there's still big people in cold weather cities. There's probably more big people in cold weather cities than warm weather cities. The next pro it said was clearer thoughts. Cold temperatures help you clear thoughts and handle cognitive problems easier. If you have a lot on your mind, on your plate, or a hectic schedule, taking a walk outside in a cold state can be a solution. It brings, I guess, the cold weather clears up your head from what this thing says, whatever. I don't know how true that is. I was walking outside and there was nothing that was clearing my thoughts because it was so cold. Less chance of allergies. I don't have allergies anyway, but it says when it comes to allergies triggered by pollen, you'll be happy to know that that you'll stay allergy free in cold weather. Pollen counts don't exist in snow or low temperatures. So you can relax and go outside without your allergy medications. I guess that's a pro if you have allergies, but I don't have allergies, like I said. Better sleep, which I actually agree with this. I slept pretty good in the cold weather. Better than I've been sleeping at home lately. So better sleep says when you're living in warm climate, your body takes longer to get to its cold temperature. That's needed for a good night's sleep. On the other hand, cold weather usually means that you'll sleep longer and better. Which I kind of agree with that. And the last one, it says for the pros, cold air can boost your immune system. Besides allergies, cold air can also help with infections. Your immune system may be stronger when you're exposed to cold weather. Even though cold and dry is a perfect scenario for flu, your body may be in better shape and more ready to fight the flu off in cold weather. I guess that's a positive. I didn't get sick, so I guess that's a positive. I don't agree with pretty much any of those besides the better sleep, but that's some of the pros. Some of the cons, which I definitely agree with, less daylight. Cold weather brings shorter days, of course. Less daylight is certainly helpful for your sleep, but is a drawback when it comes to working. Some people find it challenging to be productive as possible when dealing with shorter days. That's true. Higher bills, your utility bills may go up when you're living in a cold state. The heating system will be a big part of your household, and your monthly expenses can be a drawback for some people. That is also true. You got to have that heater on in the wintertime. You definitely have the heater on when it's 20 below or 20 degrees or whatever. So I agree with the higher bills thing. Move work around the house. One of the drawbacks of living in a cold state is that you likely have to work from home, work more in your house to keep it order. You have to shovel the snow, keep your pathway clean. You have to remove snow from the roof to avoid structural problems. You should also know that you have to learn how to store your belongings in the winter. In general, you'll be spending more time cleaning your house compared to living in a warm water climate. I agree with that, and I do not want to go through that living in a cold place. And driving, which I've been through already, driving sucks in the cold. Ice, snow on the roads. Driving in winter weather is always risky. When driving in bad weather conditions, it can slow you down significantly. And you definitely don't want to rush when dealing with icy roads. That's what I said. I was driving like 25 miles an hour on a fucking freeway. I was terrified. It was the worst driving situation I've ever been in my life. But those are some of the pros. Once again, the pros are great outdoor fun, no insects, burning more calories, clearer thoughts, less chance of allergies, better sleep when you're living in a in a colder climate, and cold air can boost your immune system. And the cons were less daylight, higher bills, more work around the house, and driving, which is important if you drive. That's all I got for this video. Like I said, I had a good time when I went to New York and all the different places I went, but I would never, ever in my life, I'm 43 years old, and I'm saying never, I will never live in a cold weather state again in my life. Even though I'm from Chicago, I'm never going to Chicago in the cold. I'll probably never go to New York in the cold again. Any place I go better be warm, better be 70 above, because I'm not dealing with no snow or none of that stuff. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in your comments. If you live in a cold weather state, what is some of the pros of living there? What are some of the cons? Would you move to a warmer environment in the wintertime if you could? Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. You could have been on anybody else's YouTube channel. You decided to watch mine, and I truly appreciate it for you watching. Give me 9-10 minutes of your time. Thank you guys. Sorry I was gone for so long. I'll be having another video pretty soon. Have a good one. And I'm out. Later.